Hello, everyone. My name is Cody, and I'm here to guide you through an exciting topic today, data types and structures. But first, let's meet the awesome team behind this presentation. Now that we've met the team, let's jump right into the topics.
So my name is Omkar and I'll be introducing you to this topic of data type conversion in C#. To convert data types in C#, one can choose implicit methods, explicit methods, parse, try parse, etc. And the major deciding factor in choosing one of these methods lies in the safety and the likelihood of data loss by using these methods. So data type conversion refers to the changing of the type of variable from one data type to another. It is done so as to ensure that different types of data can interact within a program. And normally it is done when dealing with user input or file input programs. And it also helps in memory management, as sometimes it can convert larger data types to smaller data types. Whenever using these conversions, we can operate on different types of data, for example, an integer and a float. But excessive use of these conversions or incorrect use of these conversions can lead to a bad impact on the application. While converting a larger type to a smaller type, we can always expect a loss of data. And sometimes error handling is also required to manage some exceptions that rise while converting incompatible data. So luckily, C# provides a lot of built-in methods to enable these conversions. And in the real world, we can expect to use these conversions to convert a string input into an integer input to do some operations on them. So let's try to look at an example over here. So in this example, we have a string str which has the text 100 in it. So in order to convert this text into an integer, we use the function convert.toInt32 to convert this string into a 32-bit integer and store it in the variable num. And then the variable num, which has the integer value 100, is then printed on the screen. So that was actually a very summarized intro of the topic. Now let's try to look at the different aspects of data conversion more deeply.
Hello everyone, I'm Bondan Zikra. I'm going to explain you about the implicit conversion in C#, which is the first data type conversion. Implicit conversion is done by the compiler automatically. It has two conditions. First, there should be no data loss. Second, there should be no exceptions stored. Implicit conversion converts from smaller numeric type to a larger numeric type. In the above example, we can see that we are first declaring integer I is equals to 100, float f equals to y. We are converting the integer to a float data type, so the output will be 100 and not 100.0. Why? Because the console.write line automatically excludes the zeros after the decimal point. So the output will be 100, but the data type will be float. Thank you.
Hello everyone, let us see what is the explicit data type conversion. Explicit data type conversion in the C# refer to the process where you manually convert one data type to another using casting. This is typically necessary when converting between incompatible types or when there is potential for data loss. The syntax for explicit conversion uses parentheses. Let us see a small example on it. Here, the class name is program. Static void main is the entry point of the program. We have declared a one variable name as d, which stores the value, and int I is the explicit conversion, which means for converting decimal value into integers it is uses. Here we have a two print statement. The first print statement print the value stored in the variable d, and the other print statement print the value after the explicit conversion.
Hey everyone, I'm Manish. Today we are going to explore about parse method in C# with a little help of our buddy Nick.
Hey Manish, what's the parse method all about?
The parse method is like a magic trick. It converts the string into number. Let me show you how it works. So Nick has string 123 and he want to add 10 to it. If we try to add 10 to string 123 directly, it will stick together like 12,310. It's because if you try to add a number to a string, it will treat it more like a text. But wait, that's a simple solution. Using int.parse, we can convert the string into number. Now, the string 123 is converted into number 123 and we can perform mathematical operations using it. Now, if we try to add 10 to 123, we will get the correct answer as 133.
But what if I try to pass something like ABC?
If you try to pass string ABC, it will give you an error because ABC is not a number.
Thanks for clearing that up.
You're welcome, Neil. And that's how pass method works in C#.
Hello, myself Bhuvishnu. I'm going to speak about the topic bypass. Bypass is a method commonly found in programming languages like C# that attempts to convert a string into a specified data type such as an integer or a floating point number. Bypass method returns a Boolean value that indicates whether the conversion is successful or failed. If the conversion is successful, the method outputs the converted value to an out parameter. Unlike the pass method, bypass is defined to handle situations where the conversion might not be successful without throwing an exception. There is an example of bypass. Inside main method, we have declared a variable named str number with string data type and it is initialized to 1, 1 to 1. Another variable result which is initialized to 0. Is conversion successful is a bool variable. Using a bypass keyword, we are converting str number into int data type, which is stored if its conversion successfully returns true, if it will print result in the output string. If it returns false, then our else part will be displayed. That is, please enter a valid number, and the user will be allowed to enter the number. Thanks.
This is Mahesh. My topic is about structure. Structure in C# are value types that are typically used to express the feature of small group and related variable. The definition of structure is used in using the struct keyword following by the structure name and body. Example are given below. We can create the structure by using the following members. Example are given below. Explanation of code. First we are declaring a variable x and y, then constructor to initialize the structure. Okay. Then we are creating a method to display the point. Then we are creating an instance of the struct, then displaying the point, and last we are accessing the field directly. That's all.
Hello everyone, this is Tanvi Nair and now we are going to see properties in structures. So why do we need properties? As you can see the example shown on the screen where we are having a class student and class program. In class students we are having three variables, int id, string name and int passmark, which are declared as public. And in class program, we are creating an object for class student as S1 and we are setting the values for the three variables. Now, the problem with this code is that the ID cannot be a negative number, the name cannot be null, and the passmark cannot be changed. So, these all are caused because we have declared the variables as public. And now if we declare them as private, how can we use it? And for this purpose, we are having properties. So in the second example, we are having a structure student in which we are declaring the variables int id and string name as private. In this structure, we are also declaring the properties which is public int id and public string name. Both of these properties are having set and get accessor. The set accessor is used for setting the value for the variable and get accessor is used for returning. Now in class program, we are creating an object for structure student as S1. Now using s1.id and s1.name, we are setting the value for the ID and name variables which are declared as private in structure student. And we are using print function for printing it on the screen. Now using these properties, we can access the private variables of the structures.
Hello everyone, myself Siddhi. I hope you guys might have got an idea about what are structures. So let's understand what are methods in structures. Now, you might be thinking, what are methods, right? Method is a block of code that performs specific tasks. It can take parameters, execute code, and return a result. Syntax for a method is the access modifiers, the return types, the method name, parameters, and the method body. Methods in structures are of two types. First, the instance method, and second, the static method. Let's understand the instance method. The instance method is a method that operates on the instance of a struct. It has access to instance variables and methods. In the given example, there is an instance method named add which returns sum of a and b, and it can be called on the instance of the class calculator. Now, let's understand the static method. Static method is a method that belongs to the struct itself rather than any particular instance. It cannot have access to the instance variables and methods directly. In the given example, there is a static method defined to calculate the square of a number, which returns the square of a number and can be called with the help of the class mathHelper. So, let's sum up the entire topic, and here are some key differences which will help you to revise the entire topic.
Hello friends, myself Kushi Pandey, and today I am going to teach you about constructor in structure. So first we will see the introduction and try to understand the concept of constructor in structure. The first point says, in C#, a constructor in a structure is a special method that is called when a new instance of the struct is created. It means it is a method that runs automatically when a new instance is created and sets initial value for its field. Second point is it has a same name as the struct and does not have a return type, not even one. It means there is no return type. Constructors do not create any new object. They initialize an existing one and so no return is needed. Now we will see some key points about constructor in structures. So the first point is initialization. Initialization in a struct constructor and assigns initial values to the structs, fields, setting its state and ensuring it is ready for use. Next is default constructor. Default constructor means it has no parameter. It does not take any arguments. It is called when an object is created without specifying any arguments. It also initializes the object with default values. There is a note also. If you don't define a default constructor, the compiler provides a parameterless constructor that initializes fields with default values, that is 0, null, etc. Next is no inheritance. Constructors are not inherited to ensure correct initialization for each structure. Next is parameterized constructor. A parameterized constructor is a constructor that takes more than one parameters to initialize objects with specific values. Now we will see the examples of this concept to understand the concept better. So this is the basic code of the constructor in a structure. This is the C# code defines a public structure named person with two public fields, that is name that is of string type and age that is of integer type. Now a parameterized constructor, that is person, that takes two parameters, that is name that is of string type and age also that is of integer type. The constructor initializes the name and age fields with the provided name and age values when a new person object is created. I hope you all understand the concept of constructor in structure. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Parveshwar. Today we are going to discuss on a topic in C#, the difference between class and structures in C#. So class in C#, it is a building block in object-oriented programming, which is used to create object. So it gives you a rough idea of a blueprint or a template of creating an object. It serves as a container of data and functions that defines the state and behavior of the object of a class. Whereas structure in data is a composite data type, which allows you to encapsulate the different data from a different data type to make a single unit. It is a value type. So the instance of a structure is directly stored in a memory. Later, they are directed or typically used for lightweight data structures. The difference between class and structure can be seen in various aspects of C#. For example, the difference of class and structures can be seen in memory allocation. For the structure, are value types and are generally allocated on the stack or inline within other structures. This can lead to the better memory usage and performance. Whereas the class, being a reference type, are allocated on the heap, which might involve additional memory overhead and management. Whereas in the aspect of inheritance, structure cannot be inherited from other types, but the class can be used as a base of inheritance hierarchies. In memory overhead, structure have slightly lower memory overhead since they are not required any object header or any other features, but the class has slightly higher memory overhead so that they can have a memory header and the features like that are used to management of heap based allocation. The usage of difference between class and structures are suitable for small data structures and used for simple data types that do not require any complex behavior, whereas class are used in complex behavior where there is a requirement of inheritance and polymorphism. If we see the performance consideration, structures are more efficient than classes as they use only stack allocation and reduce overhead, whereas the class are slightly less efficient compared to structures because they use heap allocation, additional indirection through references, and the object header.
Thanks for sticking with us. Let's hear some feedback before we wrap up.
Hi, I'm Jani Pam from FYBSC-IT. I'm so glad that TYBSC-IT students have selected me to give a feedback. Thank you so much. I have saw the video. I didn't know about what exactly is in the C#, but then when I've saw the video, I've got an idea about it. They have explained ways to convert the data type in C# using different methods like implicit, explicit, try-phrase, phrase, etc. It has been explained in detailed manner about the ways to convert data type with one example of each. I've got to know about the implication of syntax, function, and certain condition for each of the data type conversion. Like in implicit conversion data type, there should be no loss of data and no exception thrown, and in explicit conversion data type refers manually to convert one data type to the another using casting. There was a teamwork and coordination in them as everybody has taken part in it. I like the way they explained in simple language. The best part about the video is that they have used their creative skills in animation, which made me to understand the concept in easier manner. Thank you.
Exactly do not know what is structure in C#. When I see this video, I know what is structure in C#. A structure is a data type in C# that is combined of different data variables into a single unit. The keyword structure is used to create the structures. There are the examples: public structure, person, public stating name in semicolon, semicomma, public integer age, public person. I like the explanation in this video. Animations also like me, and thank you. Bye.